Imagine AI using your notes, your files, and the entire web to answer questions your way. That's Perplexity Spaces, taking personalized research to a new level. Stick around because by the end, you'll know how to supercharge your workflow and what makes it pure AI dope.
Ever wish you had a research assistant, but like one who could pull not just from the entire internet, but also from, that one note you jotted down 3 months ago or that PDF buried in your downloads folder.
Yeah.
We're talking about AI that gets you specifically. And guess what? That future might be closer than you think.
It is an interesting shift. Most AI search tools, they thrive on public data, right? So they can tell you what's trending or what the majority thinks. But tapping into your unique context, that's been a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, it's like trying to bake a cake with online recipes, but you can't remember what's in your pantry.
Exactly.
Thankfully, Perplexity.ai is tackling this with their new feature, Spaces.
Perplexity has essentially, they've merged their already robust AI search engine with the ability to upload your own files, up to 50 in fact.
Wow.
Think of it as giving the AI access to your own personal knowledge vault, so documents, notes, anything relevant.
So let's say you're planning that dream trip to, Japan and Australia. Quite the adventure. You want to pack right, not just for the weather, but for the culture and your itinerary. Usually you'd hit up packing list sites, check the forecast, maybe dig up old travel notes.
Exactly, yeah. With Perplexity Spaces, though, you can seamlessly weave in those old itineraries, past packing lists, even those travel journal entries about what worked or disastrously didn't on previous trips.
Oh, that's smart.
Right.
Hold on, it gets even better. Perplexity doesn't just vaguely consider your files. It lets you choose which AI model to use, like GPT-4 or Claude.
Okay.
Now, for those who aren't swimming in the AI pool every day, GPT-4 is known for its creative writing, while Claude shines in analysis. It's like picking the right spice for your dish.
And just like you wouldn't use a meat cleaver to dice an onion, you can tailor your AI tool to the task at hand. Let's say you're looking at contractor proposals for a home renovation. You wouldn't just want a summary. You'd want it to compare bids against your budget and flag any hidden fees.
So you're telling me I can tell Perplexity, hey, analyze this like a hawk eyeing its prey, focusing on cost breakdowns.
Precisely. Or, going back to that big trip, you could say, help me build a packing list that factors in local customs from my travel journal, but prioritizes lightweight gear because I'm on the move. You're essentially training the AI to think like you, prioritize like you. How cool is that?
That's incredibly cool. But it made me think, what are the real differences between these AI models? Why wouldn't I just always use the most powerful one?
Great question. While more advanced models like GPT-4 can handle a wider range of tasks, sometimes a more focused model like Claude, which excels at search and analysis, might be a better fit. It's all about picking the right tool for the job.
So it's about choosing the model based on its strengths, not just its overall power. That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, want our free AI dope top AI tools that we use? Chat below. It's our live Google Sheets packed with over 100 killer tools, video, music, photos, AI voices, productivity, script writing, YouTube hacks, captions, the works, always growing, live Google Sheet, always free, AI, dope top AI tools that we use. Download and chat below. Back to the show.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's bring it back to Perplexity Spaces and some of its other features. What else can this thing do?
Well, Perplexity Spaces isn't just about individual files, it's about how those files interact with the vast knowledge on the internet. You can tell it to search only your uploads, only the web, or, and this is where it gets really interesting, both.
Okay.
It's like your personal knowledge base just got a turbocharged internet connection.
Okay, so my files are talking to the entire internet now. That's kind of mind-blowing. But how does that actually help me, the user, in a tangible way?
Imagine you're researching the history of a particular neighborhood.
Okay.
So you could upload old maps, property records, maybe even handwritten letters from past residents. Now, instead of just summarizing those documents, Perplexity can actually identify key locations, names, and events, and then use that information to conduct this hyper-relevant web search, pulling in articles, images, and even oral histories that you'd never find with a generic search engine.
Whoa, so it's not just finding needles in a haystack. It's like the AI is creating a whole new, hyper-focused haystack specifically for me.
Exactly. And, because knowledge is often a shared endeavor, Perplexity Spaces are also collaborative. You can invite up to 10 collaborators to a space, allowing you to share files, research findings, and even have this shared AI-powered research session.
Wow, that's amazing for teams working on a project or even just for families planning a trip. Everyone's on the same page, literally. But let's say I've done all this incredible research. Usually the next step is the dreaded copy and paste marathon into a presentation, an article, whatever I'm working on.
Well, get ready to retire that old copy-paste thumb because Perplexity has another trick up its sleeve. It's called Perplexity Pages, and it integrates seamlessly with Spaces. Essentially, you can take your research within a space and turn it directly into a polished blog post with, like, a few clicks.
Wait, so instead of me wrangling all that info into a document, Perplexity, formats it, structures it, even adds images.
Precisely. It streamlines that often cumbersome process of moving from information gathering to actually sharing your findings. Now, it's important to note that right now, Perplexity Pages is still finding its feet in terms of integrating with other websites. You can't directly publish a page to your WordPress site, for example.
Yeah, I did notice in the material that wider website integration isn't quite there yet, which makes sense. It's still a relatively new feature.
It is, but the fact that Perplexity Pages are already starting to pop up in Google search results independently suggests they're getting serious about expanding their reach.
That's a great sign. It sounds like they're really trying to make this a tool for sharing knowledge, not just gathering it.
Absolutely, and that's what makes this so exciting. We're moving beyond simple information retrieval towards something far more powerful, personalized knowledge creation and dissemination.
This has been incredibly eye-opening. But before we go fully down the AI rabbit hole, let's do a quick recap for our listeners. We started by imagining this AI research assistant that knows not just the internet, but also us, our files, our quirks, our past trips to Japan.
Right.
Perplexity.ar Spaces might just be that dream coming true.
It's true. We talked about how Spaces lets you upload personal files, choose the best AI model for the job.
Yeah.
Whether it's creative GPT-4 or analytical Claude, or even craft instructions so the AI kind of gets your style, you know what I mean?
Right, tell it to analyze those contractor bids like a forensic accountant, not just a casual browser.
Exactly, yeah.
And then there's that mind-bending combined search, my notes, and the entire web having a chat to answer my very specific questions.
It's pretty wild. And let's not forget Perplexity Pages. It's like having your research auto-magically transformed into a shareable blog post.
Boom.
Still some work to be done on wider integration, but hey, even Google's noticing them, so that's promising.
It really does feel like a huge leap from AI, just finding information to it, helping us understand and use that info in a way that's tailored to us.
100%. It really begs the question, what could you achieve with this kind of personalized research? What problem have you been trying to solve where your own knowledge combined with AI could make a breakthrough?
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
I know I'm already plotting how to organize years of writing notes with this. Imagine Perplexity suggesting plot twists based on both my half-baked ideas and its analysis of, successful thrillers.
Now that's an exciting application. It speaks to the potential of Perplexity Spaces to not just, enhance research, but to actually fuel creativity in ways we're only beginning to explore.
It's true. And if you want another AI deep dive, check this next video and ask, am I really living in these AI dope times?